Welcome to Honey, I Memed the Kids.
And you can sit.
I first want to say thanks to the ROFLcon staff and especially Christina for inviting us. My name is Alice Dare, and I study digital literacies and Twitter and video games and whatnot, and I'm a parent. And so I think that's why Christina had me in mind. So we're going to talk about parenting, kids, the web, what it's like to be famous, or what it's like to be internet famous and how that's different from famous. And we have Sammy and his mom here. Say hi, Sammy. And David and his dad and his little brother William. And they didn't know this until today, but they're all from Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they didn't have to change time zones, so napping was, you know, pretty easy, right? Okay.
For the kids, too.
For the kids, too, right, yeah. So we're going to start by, some of you may already know the stories, but we'll start by very quickly reviewing the stories. And then we had a chance to, all of us, talk earlier today and discovered that a lot of these guys like the Hulk, and that the DeVores already went and saw the Avengers, which makes a lot of us jealous. You guys liked it?
Yeah.
Thumbs up? All right. And so we're going to talk about all this, and I asked Laney and David to give us some photos of the kids when they were babies because, you know, we want you guys to realize that these are just regular kids. So, so enjoy shots of babies. I had to resist putting in pictures of my own baby because it's not about me. But I assure you she's just as cute as these guys. All right, so we'll start by, with Sammy Griner and Laney. And do you guys want to maybe share with us the story of Success Kid and how that came about?
Okay, so the picture was taken in 2007 when he was 11 months old. And we just went to the beach, and he was putting sand, he had sand all over his face in the picture, and he was just about to put a fistful of sand in his mouth. And so I luckily snapped the shot first before stopping him. But he was a really expressive baby. I mean, you can see from some of his other pictures that I wasn't totally shocked by that. But I knew on the way home that it was kind of a special picture. Like, I was really excited that I got that. But I posted it to my Flickr account. You know, I didn't think many people beyond my family and friends would see it. And then it was maybe in '08 that I started seeing it used as the I'm gonna F you up thing. And then the I Hate Sandcastles version, which was like a Photoshop kid in the background. And I didn't really like those. It was like kind of negative. And but then, I don't know, I think it was maybe '09 that Success Kid started. And I don't even know how it happened, but I can't even believe that we're invited to this, because I don't know, it just all of a sudden was everywhere. And I think it was late last year we got asked to do the vitamin water commercial. I mean, his picture was in that. And, you know, asked about doing this, so I kind of didn't know it was this big. But everybody here seems to recognize him, so that's good. He likes it. Okay. Should we put this in here?
Sammy, do you remember when the picture was taken? Yeah? Yeah, do you remember, what do you remember about the first time you figured out that you were famous?
When I was a baby, I used to put sand in my mouth, and then I was famous when I was a baby, and then that's why that I was born.
That's why all of us were born.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I want to turn to David real quick, and then we'll come back and ask you some more questions, Sammy, okay? Can you first give us your Hulk? Can you show us your Hulk? Nice. He does the Hulk really good. Thank you. So David's dad is also named David, as we know. And David, can you tell us a little bit about what you remember about what happened? And you could take the mic off the stand if you want to.
I don't remember all of it, but I remembered some, like, I can remember screaming, and there were some times where I didn't even, like, I couldn't even hear myself. Like, I could see, like, myself moving and stuff, but I couldn't hear or see anything else, really. And, yeah.
And David Sr., you want to tell us a little bit about the story of how this came about?
Yeah, it was, first of all, has everybody seen it? Who's seen our David After Dentist? Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that's basically everybody, but sometimes it's like 50-50, so believe it or not, but you guys are unique, so. The story is a combination of things. I happened to purchase a flip cam, you know, rest in peace. You know, right before this all happened, my wife, who, for the same reason she couldn't be here today, had a work commitment and that day, and so also David was nervous about going to the dentist and the doctor. So the combination of those three things, I just decided to videotape it, you know, to share with those people for all different reasons. And so I videotaped, you know, the whole day, you know, picking him up from school and, you know, on the way to the dentist and afterwards. And I just got really lucky, you know, to videotape, you know, the event, you know, you guys know as David After Dentist from the back seat of the car. So, by the way, just the car was not moving. Just reiterating, I was not driving and taping, so that's been a big cause of concern. So, but it's been a lot of fun since then.
And William, you're David's little brother. Do you mind saying what you remember about the first time you saw the video?
Yes. The first time I saw the video was the best part was when he screamed.
When he screams. I asked David about that too, and you said the best part is when you scream too, right? Yeah. Sammy, what's the funniest part of being famous, do you think?
When I was famous, I was like putting sand in my mouth, and I was like, what the heck? and when I was doing that, and I'll go like, and then that's why when I was a baby, that's when I was born.
Right.
That's true.
David, how does it make you feel when you hear from people that you make them laugh and you make them happy when they're sad?
It makes me feel good, and it makes me feel that if the video hadn't happened, some people wouldn't be happy all the time. Like, there would be days where everybody's sad all the time.
Right. Those days would be horrible, wouldn't they?
But now that the videos happen, people can go home from having bad stuff happen or something, and they can have something to look forward to or laugh at or something.
Right. Right. Yes. Laney, can you talk to us about maybe the process of when you first discovered that your kid was all over the internet, and what that, I don't know, did that make you nervous, or did it make you happy, or what was, can you describe that feeling?
Yeah, it definitely didn't make me happy at first. It felt like a violation. I mean, originally I felt like, I don't know, people were taking a picture of, he was still a baby at the time. I mean, he's only 5 now, he's still kind of a baby, but it felt, I don't know, you don't want to think of your kid being used in all of these places. It was just weird to me. I didn't really get it. I feel like maybe I was too old to get the whole meme thing. And plus, it was also the I hate sandcastles thing, and I thought, he doesn't hate sandcastles. He loves sand. He was eating it, you know? That was his whole thing. But then when it turned into Success Kid, I would contact people and ask them to take stuff down, and of course, no one ever did. And
so you did ask people to remove stuff actively?
Well, because they were selling like eBay stuff. I mean, it was all without my permission or anything.
And did that bother you as a parent or as a photographer and an artist? Or?
Well, both. That's what I thought. It was my picture and it was my son. So, but you know, then I just realized I had to embrace it, and then it just got to be a lot better anyway. It just got to be the Success Kid thing, and it was fun, and people seem to really like it. I get a lot of emails from people that just love seeing his picture, and it makes them so happy, and so, you know, that's not so bad.
David Sr., your situation was different in the sense that you uploaded the video voluntarily. Can you describe how that process happened exactly? It was sort of a mechanic of YouTube that made you decide to make it go public, right?
Yeah, it was YouTube's fault. No, back then, and they still have it, you know, the privacy setting where you're limited to 25, you know, emails. I was like, well, that kind of defeats the purpose, you know, I thought I had more than 25 friends and family, so I was like, well, you know, let's just make it, you know, public, and I'll just send the link, and nobody else is going to care about this. And, you know, 3 days later and 4 million views, we learned the hard way, but our initial reaction was similar. We were kind of shocked because that was the first YouTube video I'd uploaded. I didn't really know. I heard about viral videos, but I didn't know exactly what it was. And the biggest concern was, you know, like Laney's was, are they ridiculing David? Or are they making fun of David? And so once we realized that it was all very positive, towards him, not necessarily toward me, which I can deal with that. But once we realized that, we just decided to embrace it and enjoy it and have a special experience with our family, and that's exactly what it's been. So it's been a lot of fun.